Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another video with only a few days coming in for the fusion for Wixwell, the Vault Keeper, the one we voted on for his skills. We have some big news coming in for today. I'll go through the news. Of course, these news are the usual. And what is the usual? Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we're not used to getting progressive chances or 10x's or 1+1s, stuff like that to get you to open up your shards. I'm gonna go over the champions for today, but guys, there's a saying which I tried to say 2 weeks ago. Keep your eye on the ball, and your eye on the ball in this case should be getting the Vault Keeper Wixwell. Why am I saying that? Is he that unique? Is he gonna be that good? Well, he's unique in the sense of, unlike Armand's is OP right now in Arena, but he has a very unique ability that no other champion in the game has right now. And with 850 champions or whatever we have at the moment, you want to have that kind of support running for your team. I know we got tempted in the past week or so with the champions needed to pick up Mikage. If you did go for those and you ended up actually needing them for Mikage and finishing off the fusion, then good for you. Mikage is great. But if you just went for them without a real purpose and you didn't know why you were doing it, you kind of just wasting up your resources. So the Fusion warm-up event has started already. So that indicates in 4 days or so, by Thursday, we're going to start with everything there is to know about Vault Keeper, Wixwell. And with that, there's bound to be at least one summoning event, one summoning tournament needed to finish off the Fusion. And let me show you guys what the 10x is going to be this time around. So the 10x, it's gonna be interesting. Why am I saying this? Let me show you guys. Boom. Here is Wixwell, and how they'll do this is we're gonna have these skills for this champion. The intercept will be very interesting because it basically helps that ally not get controlled in a way, just simplifying on what intercept does. So it's a fantastic skill to use, especially if you're running somebody who will be prone to getting cheaped or controlled in any way by the enemies. Okay, so having that as part of a useful kit is just exactly what we need on a support at the moment, especially if you're somebody who likes PvP and likes live arena where there's manual play in there, because with the auto play I'm not sure how this would work. But let's continue on. Let's see the 15x progressives that we're gonna have. The first is Armand's the Magnificent, Prince Kaimar, Molly Tankard, Python, Sifi the Lost Bride, and Raka Viletide. If you want to say something about them, really, you know, putting up the carrot on a stick and for us to run and chase it, that's the saying, right? Here it is, the first progressive for the Tuesday. Armand's Magnificent. If you have him, you might want to go crazy and pick up, let's say, a +2. I know it's insane to get a +2 on non-voids. The chances are astronomically low, but still, Armand's, maybe you want to get a +2. Maybe you didn't go for getting Armand's the first time. This is a good chance to pick him up, but the chances are so low, astronomically low, I would say, to my experience at least. So I wouldn't do it. And I'm showing that by how I'm just stockpiling my sacreds at the moment, stockpiling my ancients, primals, however many I can, and then voids, whatever. It doesn't mean anything because with voids I'm extremely unlucky. But the sacreds, which are easy to get through the clown balls, I try to stockpile those. So I'm not going to use them to pick up any of these champions. Got 3 Prince Kaimars, got Morley. You can pick up an extra Morley from the token trader. Python is great, but you don't need extras of Armand's. Honestly, if you have one already, why would you need a second one? It's not like you're gonna go crazy in tag arena, so you would use the second one. It's not like he's great when you have 2 of them. One of them does the work, so it would be an overkill to have 2 of them. I would just imagine Wales going for the +4, honestly, with this guy. Next up, Sifi the Lost Bride. Sifi the Lost Bride, if you have one, great. If you have 2, maybe you use one for strictly Sand Devil, the other one for PvP stuff. Honestly, you don't need extras. Raka Viletide is just a poor man's Duchess. So don't go. Just save up your voids for something better. I would say if you have a Sifi already, but if you don't, Sifi is fantastic, and that's how they drain you out of your precious voids, right? And then coming in for the day after, Wednesday, Trunda Guild Mallet, Septimus, Calvalax, Cupidus. I just covered Calvalax actually in yesterday's video. So check that one out. It's a pretty interesting combo. More so with Calvalax. With Calvalax's 5-star awakening, he can be fantastic for PvP. Fantastic with a U, because he's fun. He just, if you have multiples of them with the 5-star, they one-shot the teams before we even start. So yeah, the Trunda, the people who want to get a plus for Trunda are gonna go for this. Everybody else, I don't think people will care. Maybe for Baron, people are gonna go to use empowerments, because you can do Baron empowerment. I believe he empowers, I forgot who he empowers. Let's check here. So the empowerment for Baron is Quintus. Oh, no, yeah, it's not worth it. I'd rather have Baron than Quintus. Even though Quintus is okay in certain areas, Baron is still much more usable if I compare them to what I'm using Baron and Quintus at the moment. Vitreous is alright. Vitreous the Anointed is not that great. If I'm gonna be honest, Vitreous the Anointed, from what I remember, his kit is of varying usefulness. Vitreous right here, he's got a double hit A1, AoE attack, increased defense, ally protection strengthened buff, are removed from enemies. I guess this can be useful, but with all the protection gear at the moment running in Arena, this is tricky. Will also ignore 30% of each target's defense, boost this champion's turn meter by 30% for each enemy alive after the attack. So this can potentially give you a 100% turn meter boost if you don't kill nothing. If you kill something, it's good. It's still gonna give you a solid turn meter boost here. So I kind of like this already. And then we have By My Hand, attacks one enemy 2 times. First it destroys max HP. Cannot destroy a single enemy's max HP by more than 75%. The second hit will ignore 30% of the target's defense if they have no active skills on cooldown. Pretty interesting also. No active skills on cooldown. So if you went first before them, if the target has any active skills on cooldown, ignores 50% of the defense instead. So you manage to lock them out, then you ignore a lot more defense. Actually, that can be hard hitting, but yeah, there's just many nukers out there. I still don't think he's used, if I compare him to something like Gyorgit, where Gyorgit does an insane attack with his own Hell Smasher proc, whatever it is called. Where's Gyorgit? Here he is. So Gyorgit has this passive, which is basically 50% ignoring of defense, 50% chance. So an insane skill. So you'd be looking at using Gyorgit instead of that dude there, and people are just abusing the straight up power that Gyorgit has. So guys, overall, again, don't lose your eyes from the ball. You're just gonna be going for the Vault Keeper Wixwell. I've done my fusion warm up. You should do it too. It's easy stuff, even an ancient at the end. Not that it changes much, but the real problem is probably gonna be your silver and your shards in order to pick him up. So you will have to be basically doing all events. Honestly, not even a point looking at these schedules that we usually put up, because they make them so that you have to complete everything. I think it's only for the newer players who are not yet familiar on how the events and tournaments work when a fusion comes out. But for the majority of players who have been playing the game for at least 6 months, you get the idea. When a fusion comes up, or a fragment collection, or whatever they want to call it, it is basically a do everything or else you'll miss out. And if you just keep an eye on, let's say, the Dragon tournament on, is there a Dungeon Divers at the same time on? Well, yes, that makes sense to do both of them, because you are double deep in points. All right. If there's an artifact enhancement, yes, you upgrade your gear that time. It's kind of straight and obvious once you get some experience with the game. After that point, yeah, fusions and fragments collections are basically, okay, have I not gone for whatever Plarium was putting up in the previous weeks? So have I not gone with my shards crazy in order to pick up like a unique champion I was going for, like I was missing, I needed for the account? If so, then yeah, I've got stored up resources and I should be able to pick up a fusion if it's good enough. So that's the case with Vault Keeper Wixwell. Thank you all for watching, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already by this time. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.